Everyone, I'm Ms. Wilcox. I'm here to talk to you about why you should take Advanced Placement Environmental Science. We call it AP Enviro. So AP Enviro topics are everywhere. We talk a lot about human rights and how environment impacts human rights and vice versa. We talk about groundwater and drinking water, supplies, contamination here in Madison as well as in Flint, Michigan and throughout the world, species extinction, the coronavirus and COVID-19, weather patterns, and overall climate change in general. We talk about a lot of different topics. You should take this class if you are interested in human rights and environmental justice, if you want to know more about the science behind climate change, biology, wildlife, ecology, political science, if you want to get a taste of what environmental science is because you're interested in pursuing it in college, or if you want to just avoid taking science in college, you can earn it now. It's really cheap college credit now. Also, if you like being outside, it's a good class for you. We look specifically at the problems in the topics as well as the solutions. So here are some examples of things we do outside. The first couple of weeks we go outside to collect grasshoppers, mark them, come and release them, and come back the next day and recapture them to calculate the estimated population size at Demetral Field. If you are completely grossed out by collecting grasshoppers, don't worry, you do not have to touch them. There are jobs where you can be documenting the results. If you like to be outside, it's a good reason to go out and enjoy a nice walk down to Demetral and collect grasshoppers and get to know your classmates a little bit better. So we spent a lot of time the first couple months doing a lot of things together in groups, and we build a really good class community that way. We also go on pontoon boat rides to Lake Mendota to collect surface water samples. We analyze for different parameters, including nitrates and phosphates, which are fertilizers that get put into the lakes. And we have a lot of fun. This is often a first boat ride for a lot of my students. We also put on hip waders and look at the organisms that are in the water to determine water quality. Inside, we do a lot of simulations with food. We take soil samples and analyze them. I'm going to move myself here, let them settle out to determine the composition of the soil. We also write in the tables, and we do a lot of fun stuff. We do speed dating with candles, and it's a very group and lab heavy course. There is opportunity for independent work too, and a lot of choice in how you represent your learning. Here are some topics. I'm not going to go through all of these right now, but just to give you perspective, we look at a lot of ecological topics, geology, renewable and non-renewable resources, alternative energy. We look at greenhouse gases and climate change. A lot of different topics. And I've been teaching this class for about 6 years. I've been teaching overall for 7. I actually grade for the College Board. I grade the AP tests, so I have a good handle on what is expected for you to be successful on the AP test, and I will be working with you throughout the year to be successful. I attended UW-Madison, have a degree in geology and geophysics and environmental science. Before teaching, I was an environmental hydrogeologist for an environmental consulting firm for about 9 years. And I've been an Eastsider for 13 and a Madisonian for 19. And I have a family at home with 2 kids, and both of my kids will be attending East someday. So I'm very committed and want to invest in my community on the East Side here. You do not need to take any classes to take AP Enviro. There's no prerequisites, but biology and chemistry is helpful. There is a little bit of math, but I definitely help you through it. And you can use a calculator now in this class, so that's nice. The AP exam is in May every year, and it's about 3 hours long. 80 multiple choice questions and 3 reviews for response questions. I will help give you practice throughout the year to be successful with that exam. Most schools require 3 or higher out of 5. My pass rate's pretty high in this class, so you will likely get college credit. I want to end here and let you know that you are free to email me if you have any questions or want to talk about anything in the course. My full name is Angela Wilcox Hull, so you can look for my email that way. I'm open to answer any questions you have. I want to end my video here with Amanda Gorman reciting her poem Earthrise. She's the Youth Poet Laureate of the United States of America. You may have heard her in the 2021 inauguration. She has a very insightful poem on the Earthrise event that happened in the 60s that propelled a lot of environmental regulation. And that's happening now again. So you're part of this really unique time in history where we're seeing another Earthrise event. So I just want to share that with you. I hope you choose to take my class. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.
On Christmas Eve, 1968, astronaut Bill Anders snapped a photo of the Earth as Apollo 8 orbited the moon. Those three guys were surprised to see from their eyes a planet looked like an Earthrise, a blue orb hovering over the moon's gray horizon with deep oceans and silver skies. It was our world's first glance at itself, a first chance to see a shared reality, a declared stance, and a commonality, a glimpse into our planet's mirror. And as threats drew nearer, our own urgency became clearer as we realized that we hold nothing dearer than this floating body we all call home. We've known that we're caught in the throes of climactic changes some say will just go away, while some simply pray to survive another day. For it is the obscure, the oppressed, the poor who, when the disaster is declared done, still suffer more than anyone. Climate change is the single greatest challenge of our time. Of this, you're certainly aware. It's saddening, but I cannot spare you from knowing an inconvenient fact, because it's getting the facts straight that gets us to act and not to wait. So I tell you this not to scare you, but to prepare you, to dare you to dream a different reality where, despite disparities, we all care to protect this world, this riddled blue marvel, this little true marvel, to master the verve and the nerve to see how we can serve our planet. You don't need to be a politician to make it your mission to conserve, to protect, to preserve that one and only home that is ours. To use your unique power to give next generations the planet they deserve. We are demonstrating, creating, advocating. We heed this inconvenient truth because we need to be anything but lenient with the future of our youth. And while this is a training in sustaining the future of our planet, there is no rehearsal. The time is now, because the reversal of harm and protection of a future so universal should be anything but controversial. So, Earth, pale blue dots, we will fail you not, just as we chose to go to the moon. We know it's never too soon to choose hope. We choose to do more than cope with climate change. We choose to end it. We refuse to lose. We do this and more, not because it's very easy or nice, but because it is necessary. Because with every dawn we carry the weight of the fates of this celestial body orbiting a star, and as heavy as that weight sounded, it doesn't hold us down, but it keeps us grounded, steady, ready, because an environmental movement of this size is simply another form of an Earthrise. To see it, close your eyes, visualize that all of us in this room and outside of these walls or in these halls, all of us change makers, or in a spacecraft floating like a silver raft in space, and we see the face of a planet anew. We relish the view, we witness its round green and brilliant blue, which inspires us to ask deeply, wholly, what can we do? Open your eyes, know the future of this wise planet is right in sight, right in all of us. Trust this earth uprising, all of us bring light to exciting solutions never tried before, for it is our hope that implores us at our uncompromising core to keep rising up for an earth more than worth fighting for.
Here goes nothing.
What are the principles that allow medicines to heal our body or vaccines to grant us immunity to a virus? How can we possibly know what stars are made of when they're hundreds of light years away? How can we detect unsafe substances in our water and make sure it stays safe? How do greenhouse gases lead to ocean acidification? And what can we do to reverse it before it's too late? Why do fossil fuels give us so much energy? And what's it going to take to get rid of them? Replace them with cleaner fuels, more sustainable fuels for a greener tomorrow. I'm Mr. Hughes, and I teach AP Chemistry. The answers to some of the world's most pressing problems lie in chemistry, and in AP Chemistry, you'll learn the principles of chemistry that lay at the root of these issues. You'll practice the very scientific thinking and lab techniques that are used by the doctors, engineers, scientists working on all of those issues right now. If you're planning on going into the medical field, nursing, engineering, agriculture, or any of the sciences, you'll need to have a college-level chemistry course. If you take it here at East, you'll not only save money, but you'll have my support every step of the way. You won't have the same support in college, and you won't have me. So join me in AP Chemistry. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to the lab.